Love, light, and blessings. This is Shamanic Awak Priestess here, and I think I'm going to take off my glasses because I could see the glare. Okay, I'm going to take off my glasses. I'll just record the video without glasses. And so as you can see, I have to wear glasses now. I haven't recorded a video in a couple of weeks because it's been a crazy month, not just with readings. And I made notes this month because I want to keep on track with this video because I have a lot of things I want to discuss on July's video. But I had horrible, horrible migraines towards like the middle of July, and that's why I didn't record videos for 2 weeks. I had to take some time, like some days off, and I worked when I could, when I felt healthy enough to. Had to cut back on some client rituals and things like that. I just was taking on a lot, and as people who are shamans know, when we are doing healings, we are taking on the energies of others, and I was trying to just do too much. I was stretching myself out thin. I was getting wonderful results for the clients, of course, and things like that, because I'm always ethical with that. But it was taking a physical toll on myself. And even as far as scheduling readings, I was just doing too many. So that has changed. I was also answering, because there's a lot of, when you're self employed, there's was a lot of emails and correspondences and things like that. And I mean, I was answering emails as late as 11, 10, 12 o'clock at night. Um, and so in these last 2 weeks, I really started thinking about that. And, with a regular job, there's a start time and there's an end time. And so, for the most part, most people respect that. I have very wonderful clients. But with everything, you have the good and the bad. There are those few that were not respecting those boundaries. And no matter how much I was telling them to, understand that it's 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm sleeping, I'm logged off. And, I wake up in the morning and I have 22 messages and they're angry. Oh, why can't you read me now? Or why you're not answering me or something like that. So I had to block a couple of people and I am no longer going to be of service to them. I asked them, maybe I'm just not their spiritual worker for you. Um, and these are people that I actually didn't even work with them. Maybe they booked one reading in the last 6 months or something like that, or it wasn't people that came to me on a consistent basis or anything like that, to be honest. And some of them um, just happened to find me on Instagram and then got my Skype information, which I have shut down Instagram because of that, or found me on Facebook, which I don't even go on Facebook that much anymore. So I'm just gonna keep up the YouTube and Skype. My Skype information is only revealed to those who are actually going to seek my services in a serious matter, because I've had negative results with people stalking me on social media that are not actually serious about seeking out my services, or may book one or two readings in like a year and then just want me to give them free services. So they'll like dishonestly ask me questions when other people are paying for readings. And that's not fair to paying clients. And it's not fair for my time, because that takes away from those that actually want to seek my services in a more serious manner and are not trying to take from me. So this month has been a lot about setting up a healthy schedule for myself, not taking on too much workload. My older kids have been taking up a more load at home. So that's also helped. Also, as you saw when I started the video, I didn't have eye care for like 3 years. Um, I couldn't afford, because Pennsylvania, they opted out of Obamacare, not to get political or whatever. And please don't put like political stuff on the videos or whatever. Like this is why, blah blah blah. And some people like Obama, some people don't. I love Obama. That's besides the point. And Pennsylvania is one of those swinging states. So when I still do live in Pennsylvania. So I my insurance didn't have eye care. So my children did, but I did not. Um, because in my state, um, I qualified for low cost insurance, and so I could afford to put the children on eye care, but I couldn't for myself. So I had 3 years of not having vision covered, and I didn't know that I had like an eye condition where my vision was deteriorating, which was causing me to have worse and worsening of migraines. It was causing headaches, and because I already suffered from migraines since I was pregnant with my first child, my 18-year-old, the migraines have over the years continued to get worse and worse. And so it got to the point, it just hit a breaking point this month where, like, in 1 week, like in the middle of this month, I went 3 times to the ER. I had to get with a shot 3 times, shot with Toradol just to function from my medical doctor. And then another time I had to actually go to the ER and get put on IV and everything. So it was getting that bad. And so it's made me look at my diet, not to be skinny or whatever, not that I'm skinny shaming or whatever. I'm okay with the size that I am. You know what I mean? That's another thing, like this month, there's a lot of self love, but I am looking at my diet for health reasons. I'm looking at my diet to see if there's foods that I'm eating that are triggering headaches, because I do believe in mind, body, and spirit health, like overall health. And so I'm looking at that too. Um, so I've been doing a lot of that. And so, now I've like at a certain time, if I've been reading for X amount of hours, because sometimes I'll start my days off earlier than others because my readings are by scheduled and live readings and things like that. So if I work this amount of hours, and I have this amount of readings that I do, I'm going to cut myself off at this time. I'm no longer like working past when I feel tired. So these other readings, I'll schedule them for the next day, and I'll be like, okay, this is the last appointment I have left. So I've been setting up healthier boundaries. Everybody's been very understanding about that. Still getting the same amount of work done, but at a more comfortable rate for myself. That way I can give my all to my clients and still have a lot to give to my children, and mostly and importantly, and just as important, to myself. So that's what I've been doing this month. I also been doing this month, just coming into the realization that my oldest daughter is 18, and watching the changes with her in that. She's graduated from high school, and watching her make decisions and coming into her own spirituality and how she works with spirits, and her asking questions and her really wanting me to mentor her, but also like sometimes bringing it in, because like trying to help her have a healthy balance between light and shadow, because she's like sometimes too much in the shadow, and I'm like, you have to learn to balance within both and things like that. I have a grid that I've had since like June. I've kept it. I usually change my grids by weekly or bi-weekly, but just a lot of dream work that's carried on from June to July, and they've been very intense dreams. So I've been doing a lot of dream work. That grid is still up. It's very potent. It's very powerful. I've had some very powerful dreams. I'm not journaling every single day, but the dreams that seem more metaphysical, more spiritual, those are the dreams that I am journaling, because they're more of a shamanic journaling dreams. These are like animals have been coming in my dreams, like spirit guide animals. I've had a lot of numerology, so I've been really like writing down the numbers. A lot of ascended master numbers, angel numbers, and things like that. A lot of like a lot of symbologies, colors. So very, very vivid and powerful dreams. And like I said, especially with animals and numbers, have been really coming through this month, and working through the pain, working with herbs, like trying to, yes, taking medicine and things like that, but working with teas and and crystals and trying to work through the pain and things like that. With these very painful migraines that I've had in the middle of the month, and just feeling better, get and really taking care of my health. When I had to take some days off because of my health, it forced me to really go to the doctor this month. So again, got to check my vision, went to the doctor, got a physical, hadn't had a physical in years. So it's forced me to take care of my health. It forced me to really look at the foods that I'm eating. It forced me to get blood work done. It forced me, like, I'm getting some treatments for my neck here from the doctor. It's like an alternative medicine. I forgot the actual correct name for it, but it's like she manipulates the muscle in the back of my neck, because she's a regular doctor, but she also specializes as well in Eastern medicine and in alternative medicine. So I love her for that, and has done wonders because it's really helped me to manage my pain. It's very meditative, a lot of breathing exercises involved when she does that. I have another appointment, so it's going to be done every 4 weeks. So I'm excited about that. Um, I've been working a lot on psychic protection, because sometimes even I'm really just like learning the true meaning of psychic vampires, because um, there are people that unintentionally sometimes suck up our energies, and just really working through that and learning to, like, when to say no, because I have a hard time with that, and learning healthy boundaries this month, and again, scheduling and downtime and self-care and things like that. Also, new rules, like how, as you run your own business, like how to run it more effectively. So there's a waiting list on rituals now. So for those that are booking, not crystal healings or ancestral healings so much, but like let's say like spell work or things like that. There is a waiting list for more towards the ending of this month till September. So if we book an ancestral healing and there's spell work that needs to be involved with that, be aware that your spell might not actually start. The healing can take place the day of our appointment, which I usually do on a Saturday. But the actual spell work might take a couple of weeks, because there's a list. I can only do but so many spells ethically and effectively to get you the best results, at a certain amount at a time. Too much, so it's quality over quantity. I want it to be quality, not just trying to squeeze a whole bunch of stuff and you're getting mixed and mashed and mosh and just not good results, okay? Another thing is, please do not contact me on my site to ask me for free services or discounts and things like that. My prices, I am a full-time mother with a daughter who's entering college in the fall, and I support myself. I do not receive child support from the fathers of from my ex-husband. I'm supporting 4 children by myself. I'm a full-time shaman and psychic healer and reader, and I support my children on my own, and I dedicate myself to this. I've been doing this for 13 years. This is my full-time job, and I love what I do. And in order to dedicate myself to what I do, I charge for my services. It has taken a lot of years of study, dedication, monetary, emotional, and physical dedication. And I charge fairly. I charge what I feel I'm worth. And just like everybody's entitled to charge what they're worth, please understand that this is what I am charging, and this is what I feel that I'm worth, and my prices are very fair. I've seen what other people charge, especially for the types of services that I do. So let's all respect each other and understand that I'm not going to give discounts. Not fair to the people that are paying full price for my services. You can read my testimonials and reviews, because they're on there when you're clicking on my shop for the different price packages. So the more time you book, the more you pay, of course, because my readings are live, and you can read for yourself the testimonials that people that some of the people that have actually paid for my services. Okay. All right. So now, getting into other topics that I want to talk about. So things to look forward in August. So the things to look forward in August are, I want to make some videos in August So I'm not gonna try to squeeze a whole bunch of stuff in. I decided that the day that it's easiest for me to download videos, because I want to get more of a like a structure in my channel, is most likely gonna be Wednesday. Sorry, I had a doctor's appointment this morning and it got rescheduled. Is why I'm making this video, because I'm like, I have nothing to do this morning, and I actually took the day off. So Wednesdays are kind of like my day off. So I figured it would be a nice, I could make quick little videos here and there. Okay, so I'm thinking I'm gonna most likely download on Wednesdays, because usually it's my day off, or it's the day like I might have a couple of readings, but it's not like a heavy load day, right? Because Mondays are crazy. Because I was thinking Mondays, but Mondays are crazy. Fridays are crazy. Saturdays I do a lot of spiritual like healings and stuff, and I'll be so tired. And the rest of the week is crazy for me. So, and then Sundays, like I like to rest. Like that's most of the time my day off now. Because Wednesday's gonna be like maybe it'll be my day off or my lighter day. So I'm trying to either do at least one day off now, and maybe every other Wednesday or something off. So kind of give my body that time to rest. Okay, so August, what I want to do, I'm still gonna do the herbs, like herb videos here and there. I'm not gonna guarantee that they're gonna be every week like I've been doing, but they'll be here and there, throughout the year and stuff like that. But I want to start talking about more in depthly African traditional religions, so the ATRs. One topic I want to talk about are the differences between hoodoo. So one episode is going to cover like the basics of what hoodoo is and hoodoo isn't. Because I see a lot of people mixing a lot of things together. And I want to get down to what was hoodoo when it first started, not what it is now. Because what it is now, it's like a whole bunch of mixed stuff together. But like, what was it? Like, what was hoodoo? Like, what was the beginning? What was hoodoo? Who created hoodoo? Where does hoodoo come from? What is the basic foundation of hoodoo? You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about hoodoo in one of the episodes. Then I'm gonna make an episode about Santeria, and then make another episode about voodoo, like Haitian voodoo. Then I'm gonna make a part two, and it's gonna be voodoo, but like Louisiana style, which there's a difference. And then I want to make a part two to tie up the series, because I did make an Espiritimo video about where does it come from. And this is going to be about Espiritismo Sancismo. And that's different from regular Espiritismo Criollo. Okay. So the difference between Espiritismo Criollo and Espiritismo Sancismo, and how one incorporates more of the African, the ATRs, the Loas and the Orishas, because one of them does incorporate that. One is newer than the other. So, and one is influenced by the Afro Caribbeans from certain islands and a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to get into all that. Okay, so I am going to be focusing on that in the month of August. Doesn't mean I'm not going to do other little things between here and there, but at least I'm going to try to download videos every Wednesday on these topics. So look out for that in the month of August. And then before I end this video, I wanted to talk about, to show you guys my favorites. But I thought I would make this kind of an update, let you know what happened this month, show you, let you know what to look forward to in August, and then show you a couple of my favorite things in the month of July. So as far as crystals, I liked using this beautiful crystal quartz this month on my work desk when I'm doing readings. A lot for like shooting healing energies, like whatever crystal I needed. Because I've been working a lot with rearranging and downsizing. I had too many crystals and it was just too chaotic. So I've downsized and put a lot of the crystals that I'm not using, I put them away in there, like a box, a beautiful box that I have in my spirit room. And so whatever crystal, so if I need a psychic protection, I will put like a tourmaline there and just have that, like this, shoot that energy, and maybe put two crystals on, a crystal on each side, and then shoot that and shoot that, and like, you know what I mean? So kind of grid around this crystal, because I feel like this is a nice, beautiful like crystal to shoot energies and like all different directions here. Like it kind of has a point in all four directions. So I kind of like that. I've always liked, this is like one of my favorite crystals. I love it so much. I worked with this beautiful rose quartz. Lots of self-love this month. Lots of self-love. Working through the pain and self-acceptance. Labradorite, asking for a lot of ancestral assistance. Also put it in my pillow for all the shamanic dreams that I've had. Like I said, I've had migraines, so not as much meditating, more of meditative dreams and spirits talking to me telepathically and through dreams. Just very, I mean, just more of a vision than dreams. You know what I mean? Like those kind of like strong experiences and things like that. Also using the melanite when I'm recalling dreams. So when I'm journaling, I like to have this like crystal in my palm while like I'm writing down my dreams and things like that. And fluorite when I've had the chance to read. I'm still reading this book that I've been reading for like 3 months for my studies. It takes me a long time to read books. Well, I don't share books too much because like usually the same books all the time. And this beautiful tourmaline. Is one of the crystals I used with the clear quartz to like shoot up that psychic protection. But tourmaline, this kind is very fragile. So, and I like to put it around my candle too. Um, so I'm trying to find it because I had it. Oh, there it goes. Um, here it goes. Here it goes. Yeah. So I have it like in a little piece to carry like in my bra and in my hand and like carry it around with me for like that protective energy, because like that big chunk, it's gonna break, it's gonna crumble, right? So that's like more of a stationary type of thing. And then not this actual piece, but like a piece similar to this has been sitting as the centerpiece of my dream grid that I have in my spirit room that I like. um every time I do rituals like every day, almost like at least 5 to 6 times a week I am in ritual. And so before I go to bed, because I do rituals at night, there's a certain time of the night that like I'm incommunicated and I'm talking to spirits. We like me by myself, or my daughter might be there or something like that. And my dream grid is in my spirit room. And so like when I've ended the ritual and things like that, and I do my routine that I do to open and then close the ritual, and I'm ready to go to bed, it's like I'm open to the spirits to talk to me through my dreams, if you will. And that grid just kind of amps that up. So it's been amazing this month. Really working on my third eye chakra. And then these I did a little haul video. I got a bunch of these. The only ones I didn't have were the solar plexus, like the lower chakras, the root, and the sacral. But I got like the other four. Like I had the throat, the heart, the third eye, the crown, and I bought a bunch of these. And I loaded them. You probably can't see that good, like with herbs and things like that. And I did. You can't see it anymore because it's burned now. But there's a certain family sigil that I do. And I bless and I charge and stuff like that. And I use this on my reading altar when I'm doing readings and stuff. I love it, with another protective candle that I have all the way on the other side of the table. But So I've been using this candle. It's $1. I bought a bunch of them, and so I've been using that, and I love it. So I wanted to mention that, and I got it at my local Dollar Tree. So it's one of my favorite things this month, and like I said, it's $1, and it's the first time I ever seen chakra candles at my dollar store. So yeah. Now the decks I've been working with this month, I worked as far as Oracle for self work. Like I use Oracle cards for myself. The Shamanic Healing Oracle cards by Michelle A. Mortusas. I always put my decks in order that they come in once they have been put away. So they're fully charged and ready for the next use. I don't know why I do that. I just do. I don't like upside down cards when I put cards away. And I don't like them out of order. Unless I'm actually working with the deck. I am very OCD like that. I don't know why. I don't like it. Okay, so I worked with this deck. I love it. And it gives very good readings. I love the guidebook. It's gets right to the point, and it gives really good messages. So I got very nice healing messages. I needed them a lot. Like I said, I had a lot of health issues this month, so it gave me that nice healing messages that I needed this month. So then I worked with the Soul's Journey lesson cards by James Van Prague, and these are like mandala cards. These are the backs of them, and I worked with this deck as well. I alternate my decks, I believe, once a week. It was a longer month this month, so. And I also get really beautiful messages. There's affirmations in the bottom of these cards. I love the mandalas because you can actually sit and meditate on them. The guidebook is really good. And very comforting messages. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I know what I'm here to do. Purpose. You know, it has really good relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So I do work with mandalas too. So I love um I love this deck. I've been having it for years already, and I always have a great experience with them. So this deck took me a while to bond with them. I actually got them because I didn't have statues at the time. I was working with certain energies, so I was using these more as like altar decorations and things like that, and in certain like spells, and but now I actually use them as oracle decks. A lot of the spirits I was serving at the time has since left, or I've had other images that they've come to me in, or other forms and statues and things like that. So, but now I use this actually for divination for myself, and this is the Keeper of Light, the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards by Lily Moses and Kyle Gray. And this is a beautiful deck. And there we go. And this is like one of my favorite illustrations in this whole deck. This one and Gaia. And of course St. Bridget. It's a beautiful, beautiful. It's a beautiful deck. So anyways, Beautiful artwork. This deck, I read more intuitively, because the reason why I had a hard time bonding with it is the guidebook. It's too much like star seeds and twin things and flames, and I don't know, like, not to knock the creator or whatever, it's just too much of like, I don't know, the language in it. But I do get some beautiful readings with it and stuff like that. So I'm glad I didn't end up giving up on the deck, and I have since bonded with it. So I appreciate that. And then this is an honorable mention. This deck I got recently is my most recent one. And it has said it came into to me in a dream. I've never seen a walkthrough because I don't watch that many walkthroughs. Very little bit of people I watch walkthroughs of decks and things like that. I try to keep my collection small for personal reasons. But Earth Warriors Oracle deck by Alana Fairchild, and this, oh goodness, this deck is just, oh, it speaks to my soul. The guidebook, the artwork, there's just something about this deck. Every time I use it, I find more and more things, more and more hidden messages, symbology. I can't even explain it. And it's not even so much just the guidebook, it's just the deck in itself. I speak to the spirits without using tools, to be honest. Like, I speak to them. There's certain rituals that I do, and you know, the drums, the African drums, and certain tools, and you know, certain things that I do that I'm not allowed to so much share sometimes. But so we have a very clear communications between myself and them. But other than that, when I'm not in ritual, I can feel them coming through. I'm not saying because it's the deck. This is just a deck. But they like this deck. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know why, like, you know, I can't say that everybody's going to have that experience with this deck, but there's just something about this deck that feels ancient to me, that feels out of worldly, that feels spiritual. Like I said, this deck came to me in a dream. So there's definitely a spirit. One of my spirits wants me to work with this deck. And I have been. And that's why it's an honorable mention. And they are speaking to me through this deck. And it is just beautiful. It is just wonderful. And like, I can feel that energy. And I'm so glad I got the deck. So that is an honorable mention. And then currently, if I could find it, the deck that's in my altar right now is the Wicca deck by Sally Morningstar, illustrated by Danuta Mayer. And I have one card there because I do pull one oracle and one tarot card each day, and I journal at the end of my day. And this deck I love, and no, I am not a Wiccan. I don't feel that you have to be a Wiccan to necessarily enjoy this deck, because I do. I get very beautiful messages from it. I love the simplicity of the guidebook. It gets right down to the point. It has high and low vibrational messages on it. So high notes and low notes. Explains the cards very well. I actually love the artwork, and I deeply connect with it. I've connected with this deck the first time that I got it. I never really seen a walkthrough of it. I don't know if anybody has it or anything like that. So, but I love it. This is the guidebook, and it's a good deck. So, this is the one I'm currently working with. I will be rotating it out. I usually change my decks every Thursday, so I'm going to be rotating it out tomorrow. And then as far as tarot, these are the decks that I have 6 working decks that I never show on these videos because those are the ones I use exclusively for clients. And I don't really like showing them on camera. I don't know. I'm just one of those people. I tried to record a video in my spirit room the other day and my computer went blank for 24 hours. So like my spirits are very secretive about certain things. I don't know if it's my upbringing, what it is, but so I was like, I guess I'm not supposed to show my altars to anybody outside of like when I'm doing healings on clients or if the spirits allow me to show that certain person things, but I guess not on like YouTube where like anybody could see stuff. And my decks are all blessed and charged and things like that. So I don't really show what decks I work with when I read for someone exclusively. Um, those are just 6 decks that I use only for clients. I don't use them to read my family nor myself with them. Those decks are the ones that I work with myself. So those are the ones I read my family with and myself. Those are the decks that I use for that. So okay, so these decks I rotate every 2 weeks. And so the ones that I worked with this month to work on self is the Dame Darcy. And another reason too, like it's the same 6 decks that I use all the time, which I rotate my working decks every month or every 2 months. I don't always want to show the same 6 decks anyways. I think I'll get you guys bored with that. So that's another reason too anyways. But anyways, the Dame Darcy deck for self-work this month. I don't know what edition this is. This is the one where it has like some of them look brighter than others, I think. It's the only edition of hers that I have. And this one's not in order because I'm still working with it. I do, this one I use for divination for myself. So like predictive readings and things like that. Because I do use tarot for daily guidance, like a card a day. But this is for like when I want to do an actual like predictive reading, like a full out reading and stuff like that for myself. You know, like the same way I would give a client a reading, like the when I want to do that kind of a reading, like a real reading, I'm gonna use this one for myself. And these I rotate seasonally, so that kind of, and then this is the deck that I would use to read my kids if they want a reading or something like that. I don't really read for friends, like I said. I've had bad experiences with that where they like take advantage and think I'm gonna be like their on-call psychic and stuff. So I've since stopped doing that. I learned that lesson a year ago. So I've cut that off. Don't even tell new people coming into my life that I'm a psychic or anything like that anymore. Learn that lesson. The other deck that I've used for more of a daily guidance this month has been the English Magic Tarot by Rex Van Ryn, Steve Dooley. Had to finish that coffee. That was not ladylike. Okay, just make sure I didn't have a coffee mustache. Okay, so the English Magic Tarot. This tarot has a great guidebook. As you can see, I have a little bookmark on it. I love the guidebook. It's like, and I think I got this deck for like $3 at the time. So I seen it on Kelly's Truth and Story, and I ended up. The price was the selling point. I was like, if I don't like it, it was $2.95. I was like, it's $3. Like I have spent $3 on like things that like come on now, on like crappy stuff, candy or I don't know, crappy stuff. So I was like, where are you gonna get a deck for $2.95? If I don't like it, the worst thing that could happen, I give it to one of the kids or something. But I ended up loving this deck. As you can see, it's very chipped, which like I'm not gonna get mad because you cost me $2.95. So, but I love this deck. The guidebook is excellent. Um, I don't know why, but like it might not make any sense. But this art style reminds me of comic books, like certain kind of comic books. I love the borders, like the minor arcana that has the borders for each of the elements. I use this deck, and this deck is very brutally honest with me. I get a lot of reversals, and yes, I do read reversals when I'm reading with this deck. I get a lot of blunt messages and things like that. So I use this deck a lot this month for shadow work, and I'm very in touch with my shadow side. I have to say that. I work with shadow. Shadow does not scare me, and in my craft, I have no problem working with the shadow, as I don't have a problem working with the light. You know, I don't have a problem with that. So, um, everything can be love and light all the time. So, there's a time and place for everything, and that's why I love that deck. So, I don't struggle with that ideology, or if I do this, karma's gonna get me or whatever. That's not something I prescribe to, because if something is justified, there is no karma. So, um, as far as the path that I'm in, that's mostly the belief system that we believe in. So when something is justified, there is no karma. So if you're going around doing things for no reason, that's different, you know. The other tarot deck that I work with this month too is the Chrysalis Tarot by Tony Brooks, and the artist is Holly Sierra. And this deck took me a while to bond with as well, but once I bonded with it, I adore it. Um, I love Merlin. I don't know. I just want to do that, like Merlin, Merlin night. Anyways, um, I love Merlin. I had a dream with him as well. I have that Merlinite stone. I dreamed with Merlin before. Anyways, so love this deck. It is just gorgeous. I have recently put this one away to work with the deck that I'm working with now, which is the Druid Craft. I'm going to be working with that for a couple of weeks. But this deck is amazingly beautiful. Beautiful messages. This one, I like the little white book more than the guidebook. I get more from the little white book than I do from the guidebook. So, but the art style in this deck is just beautiful, and it's one of those decks that might take time or something to adjust or get used to working with it. But then once you like actually like get going, like it's a bonding experience, right? Um, so it's just an amazing, beautiful deck. I love it so, so much. So yes, guys, that was my month in July. It was a very beautiful month. That beautiful lunar eclipse that we had the other day, the blood moon, I did some intensive stuff with that. Um, like I said, I took 2 weeks off of making videos. I had to catch up with work because of health issues. I also wanted to capture that beautiful blood moon. I was on a business trip that weekend and I was doing a lot of things for myself and for clients. I do perform, because like I said, I'm a shaman, so I do perform um, distance healings, also physical healings. I do perform exorcisms. So I do remove malicious and malignant spirits, demonic uh, energies. When I talk about demonic energies, I'm talking about like spirits that have bad intentions, that possess people, that want to hurt people, they want to kill people. Like that's a real thing. Not talking about spirits that people are saying, oh, this spirit is not of God, it's a demon. I'm not talking about that, right? Because there's different forms of demons. I'm not going to get into all that. There are actual peoples in the community that work with, they say they work with demonic energies that actually have done good things for them. So that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about Hollywood's horns and forks, and I'm not talking about, I'm talking about actual spirits that are wreaking havoc. So I'm talking about malicious spirits. I'm talking about forces that have taken over people's lives, that have caused ailments, that have caused them being stuck in life, that have caused nightmares, that are causing sleep paralysis, that are causing people to be blocked, that are causing havoc in their homes. Doors are opening, like actual legitimate hauntings, but hauntings of the malicious kind that are not letting a person live in peace within their homes, and they move out of their homes and that spirit is actually, you know, chasing them. Like that's what I do. Like I am a healer. I have dealt with these things. My mother has done it, my grandmother has done it. So when I talk about paranormal experiences, I'm talking about the real deal paranormal experiences. If in the future you would like to know more about my paranormal experiences, I can actually make videos about that, because that is something that I also do. I'm not fancy, so I don't have like machines and things like that. I do old school stuff because Espiritimo, that's what it is. Like I'm a channeler. Spirits, I let spirits come through me and speak through me. So my face may change, my voice may change. Like, you know what I mean? Like more of a seance stuff. Like that's my thing. That's what I do. Um, you know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, so those are the things I do. Like I travel and I visit other people and things like that. Um, Besides spell work and distance healing and things like that, I do also misas and baby blessings and house blessings and, you know, blessing a home and uncrossing a home and cleansing a home space and uncleansing a person and just a lot of things. So, but anyways, this is a very long video. So if you want to work with me one-on-one, shamanic.priestess.com. I'm going to link my site to the bottom of this video. Please do not contact me unless it's a serious inquiry to work with me. Do not contact me to ask for free services or discounted services or things of that nature. If you have an actual question, that's fine, but like contact me if it's serious, please. Until the next video, I love you guys and much peace, love, light, and many blessings. Love you all.